What's up? Welcome back to the Metalhead Car Show. So every now and then, car companies have innovations in which the car industry just can't go without. 3-point seatbelts, tire and brake innovations, crumple zones, vehicle structure. Like, a lot of these things, as we went forward in time, have just made cars so much better. But every now and then, companies will have ideas which could always be argued as the worst thing we've ever heard. Now, I'm pretty Ford biased. I'll admit that. But I think what they're planning on doing in future cars is probably the worst idea I've ever heard my entire life, and makes me not want to buy a Ford in the future, or not buy a brand new Ford in the future. We're not going to dawdle, we're going to get right into it. So for those who don't know, Ford has recently made a patent for a brand new ad feed that will go into your car. Now, at its very core and its absolute most unexplained basic form, Ford will be showing you ads as you drive in your own car in which you have purchased from Ford with your own money already, which that itself is annoying. It's like buying a premium service for a streaming company and then still getting ads for it. But frankly, it is so much worse than that. Here's what they're planning. In every new car, the cars are going to have microphones in the interior. What the microphones are going to do is they're going to learn your voice and learn kind of what you'd like to talk about and where you're talking about going and your habits. And what this will do is, if you say, man, I want ice cream, and you're heading towards a local grocery store, it'll say, oh, so-and-so grocery store has X ice cream for this price. But also, as you're driving, it pays attention to where you tend to go and how far you are driving to kind of predict where you're actually going to be going. So it can also give you ads for where it believes you're going, or at minimum, stores in the area you're definitely going to. The quantity of ads it's going to give you is currently unknown at this moment right now. Now, one thing we were trying to figure out this morning was whether if it's going to be time or distance based, and by the sounds of it right now, it's probably going to be a mix of both. So if you had a 15-minute drive, it might actually try to squeeze 3 ads in, which would drive me completely insane. And also, I listen to a number of songs which are almost 15 minutes long, so that would infuriate me. Now here's where it becomes a little bit clever, but I don't want to give this any credit it really doesn't deserve. If your standard commute's 15 minutes, but you hit a lot of traffic, there's an accident on the highway, or there's heavy weather and it's just slowing things down, it's going to play less ads for the unit of time. So if it figures your 15-minute drive is turned into 30 minutes, you're not getting 6 ads, but it's just going to separate them a little bit, which is nice, I guess, because I think if I had a drive to Toronto and I had ads every 5 minutes on an almost 4-hour drive, just crimes. I would just do a lot of crimes. So along with the mics in the interior, there's also going to be a lot of sensors on the outside of the car predicting weather and predicting traffic and paying attention towards everything that's going on in order to predict your moves and predict how many ads it can actually give you in the right unit of time. Now, I understand there's going to be some people that want to get through life by being told what to do for their entire life. If that is you, I'm not knocking you. You lived your life. What I say doesn't matter. But the notion of going out and spending $60,000-ish on a brand new car and having ads playing the entire time is insane. It's not just the annoyance of hearing ads in the thing you just bought, it's also the fact that your data is being sold to all these companies and your location's kind of being tracked at all times, which, yes, I film on a smartphone, my location's on, I'm being tracked at all times, I get it. This is Big Brother to the absolute max. Like, there's no way around that. If you're thinking, oh no, Ford would never do that, yes, they would. Things are extremely tight, things are expensive, and if they can make any sort of money that they can, they will. Ford's a corporation, they're here to make money, don't ever forget that. But it's also not just Ford. Ford's the first one doing this. If Ford does this and they make money on it, Tesla's going to notice, and Volkswagen's going to notice, and Toyota's going to notice, and Honda's going to notice, and they're all going to want to do this. And if we don't want these manufacturers to do this, what we can do is just not buy new cars. There's a gajillion used cars out there. If you want to really scare the manufacturers, don't buy new. These companies are all too big to fail. If we all just didn't buy a car for an entire year, didn't buy a brand new car for an entire year, they would all take a hit. But if we all said, we're not buying a new car because this goddamn ad system is being put into it, and no, I don't want that, they're gonna take notice of that. If they're intentionally putting something in that's gonna make the car lose sales or fail, they can't afford that. That will be removed. Their shareholders might not be happy about that, but honestly, upsetting shareholders but actually selling cars will always be the best thing they can possibly do. Happy shareholders and zero sales will mean their death. Now, it's not a debate whether Ford's making this. They have patented, they are in the process of actually making this. Whether if it'll go into a car or not is all down to how loud we yell about it. You don't want this to happen? Be heard. Yell about it. Say you think it's bullshit. If enough of us yell, it will be heard. Anyway, this isn't really the video I tend to do, but I heard about this morning and there's no way I could really be quiet about this, so I need to say something. But anyway, as always, I want to know, what do you think? Knowing that this would be collecting and selling your data and essentially tracking you in the car you just bought at all times and playing ads in your car that you just bought, is this something that would truly bother you? Would you still buy a car from a manufacturer that's doing that? Or are you on my side and saying, this is bullshit? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed what you've seen. I tend to post 3 times a week, and I'll see you later.